Hello everyone, thanks for tuning into today's second video in the extended European outlook for today's second video. This is your 30-day / 42-day European outlook, and I shall get on with it for you in a moment. Just say that first video release date was our 6 AM. Not on magic water, not yet. Just say the first video release today was our 6 AM UK weather forecast. It's a 10 to 14 day on the way later on today as well. Please like, share, and subscribe on all today's videos and content. Thank you so much everyone for doing that for GavsWeatherVids. Thank you so much everyone. Thank you so to ECMW.int for supplying the charts of the date as well, by the way. Thanks so GC. Right, let's start off with the week 1 mean sea level pressure anomaly, taking us through the next week. We're currently in 10th to 17th of February. Big blocking area of high pressure between Iceland and Scandinavia, bringing the wind across much of northern Europe in from the east. Low pressures down on Spain and Portugal as well. 500 millibar height anomaly looks like that, with above average heights blocking things out up here. Low pressures through there and there, and the flow's doing something a bit like that. So it's a cold average week across most parts of Europe this week, right away from right way from Ireland and the UK in west, all the way over to Black Sea, southwest Russia in the east. Coldest temperature anomalies to average are through southern parts of Norway and Sweden, about 36 degrees below average through there, and also parts of Germany and over to the Black Sea as well. But it's a cold week in most parts of Europe. A couple of exceptions: the extreme north into Arctic portions of Scandinavia and Nordic regions will still be bitterly cold there, of course. And then most parts of southern southwest Europe looking milder than average. So anywhere from the south of France, extreme south of Germany, southwards, it's a mild average week. Spain and Portugal, the central bar of Med, and towards Italy as well. A little bit above average. Which is cold through Greece and Turkey, though. Precipitation-wise, variation from area to area. Bit wet average for Ireland. A mix through Spain and Portugal, and through Italy over the age. That's keen towards Balkans. A little bit wetter than average, or above average precipitation. Some of it will be so, of course, through southern Germany. And then area of suburban north, dominated by that high pressure, seeing drier than average conditions. So that includes the UK, northern France, much of the Low Countries, Denmark, up into Sweden, Norway, Finland, the Baltic Sea states of Latvia, Estonia, and Lithuania, and areas further east as well, coming out drier than normal. Right, week 2 will be the 17th, 24th of February. Much more over low pressure this week started to head in from off the Atlantic as the blocking area of high pressure begins to retreat towards the north and the northeast. Looks like Western Europe's turning more unsettled there. 500 millibar height, showing that up quite nicely. So a lot of blocking within high latitudes though. But this low coming in off the Atlantic will be bringing wetter and windier, milder weather into the Western Europe. This trough here in the Eastern Europe, that's where winter is likely to be really biting. Next week, temperature anomalies for next week. We're actually still coming out colder than average, just about, for the UK, and anywhere further east of that, coming out colder than north, but particularly so in the east and down in southeastern parts of Europe as well. So a big freeze developing across much of eastern and northeastern Europe next week. Ireland's close to average, and then we've got southern France down into Spain, Portugal, through the central bowl of the Med. That's where we've got a little bit of warmth going on. Once again, we find that it's a little bit on the cold average side through parts of Italy there as well. And as far as precipitation for week 2 is concerned, so yes, it's getting more unsettled across Western Europe. Above average rainfall, particularly for Spain and Portugal. That's very welcome, of course. And then up into the far west of France, towards the UK and Ireland, it's a wetter scene through here. Much of Central and Eastern Europe looking drier, as is Northern Europe as well, dominated still by that blocking area of high pressure. Week 3 will be the 24th of February to the 3rd of March. We're now looking very unsettled through Western Europe, with trough of low pressure parked over top of Ireland and the UK. Still a bit of a hint of blocking away to the far north and the northeast. The 500 millibar heights look like that, with below average heights centred over top of UK and Ireland, some blocking to the north. And this ridge across eastern Europe might start to allow some milder air come up from the south into some eastern parts of Europe. So it is a milder week, actually, across most parts of Europe, especially so through France, Germany, towards the south of Poland, and areas south of that through the Med, and into the east of Europe, like the Balkans, look like things getting milder through there, over to the Black Sea, Romania, probably seeing temperatures picking up. Greece and Turkey should start to become milder too. The cooler weather looks like it's more for the far north of Europe, actually, so again, Scandinavia, and possibly Ireland and the UK coming out a little bit on the close to average side, so a bit cooler through there. And precipitation wise, well, it's dry and average through here, indicative of north blocking, of course, wetter than average conditions still through Western Europe, in particular Spain, Portugal, and especially into France, looking very wet through there on parts of the UK, Ireland, below countries, Belgium, Holland, Netherlands, Denmark, and Western Germany a bit wet too, and no doubt a lot of snow falling over the tops of the Alps there. Week 4 is the 3rd to the 10th of March. Very unsettled again. Loads of low pressure in the Atlantic. Goodness gracious me, that was a bit of an onslaught. 500 millibar heights again, but low average heights coming in from off the Atlantic again. And as far as temperatures go, well, milder in all areas now. So we start mid-tropical spring on a mild note, particularly though through Eastern Europe, looking at mild there. But even in West Europe, temperature anomaly is picking up, and it's looking largely wetter than average in many areas as well, especially so through northern and western portions of Europe. Well, that's your 30-day okay done, but let's go through weeks 5 and 6 before we go. So week 5 is going to be the 10th, 17th of March, and on goes the low pressure as well. The 500 millibar height anomaly again with below average heights through the north and through the west of Europe once more. The temperature looking above average and mild first half of March, and wet for Western Europe as well. And then lastly, week 6 will be the 17th to 24th of March, and still looking unsettled. Some higher pressure building over the eastern portion of Europe, but northern and western Europe still dominated by low pressure in the Atlantic. 500 millibar heights look like that. Perhaps more in the way of higher pressure there. Some parts of Europe, temperature anomalies still milder than average, and precipitation anomalies not as well. Right, okay, so that's your extended European outlook for this week. We'll do it all over again next week. Remember, any forecast on 5-7 days comes with big health warnings and large pinches of salt attached. We're going to be back with a 10 to 14 dayer, including all of regular features later on, so I'll come back for that in a bit. For this week's extended European outlook, that's all for now, and thanks so much.